Hi there, this is a video for Andy. He requested a video on how to wire up a Bavarian Demon cortex. So I'm just going to try and do my best and try and wire it up and explain everything to you, Andy. Starting from your Bavarian Demon cortex, you've got to teach the unit which way round that you want to fit it. I normally fit it so all the wires, all your connecting blocks here, as you can see, facing at the front of the aircraft, as you can see. Okay, and on the right hand bank, as you can see, just there where my pointer is, just there. Now that would normally, you have to bind it with a binding plug that it comes with. Okay. The most important thing is to set it up with your spectrum transmitter is, as you can see, there's a grey wire just here. Okay, can you see the grey wire? The grey wire goes to channel 5 on, sorry about this, it's very hard to try and hold on to everything. Now I'm using a power saver. It goes on to channel 5, which is here on the power saver, which is numbered, sorry, you have to excuse me, I'm trying, because it's all fitted in, it's very hard to try and explain everything. There's your channel 5 wire, as you can see, your grey wire. That's got to go to channel 5, which is your gear switch on your spectrum transmitter. Then the rest is pretty much, as you can see, the green will go to channel 9, orange will go to channel 8, and then you have your yellow, which is channel 6. It's very difficult to try and hold on to everything at the same time as using a pointer. Okay. And then the block that it comes with the Demon cortex will just fit onto that pretty much straight away. You can't go wrong with a block. And then you have your red, white and black wire. You have 2 of them. Now they will go to channel 2 on your power saver and channel 3. And then the rest, the rest in between, you've got only your ailerons wire, which I normally just tidy it up somewhere around here. There's your aileron wire. Okay, and that pretty much goes in the middle of it. On the light itself, you can see the pointer. When it's on red, that means it's off. When it's on amber, it's on normal flight mode. And then you've also got green, which is hold mode. Now, just bear with me, and I'm gonna just power this on. Just bear with me. Okay. How I've done my setup on here, I put a switch here, as you can see, again on a pointer. I glued the switch down so it doesn't move either way, so it's permanently on. The reason being, with gas engine you get vibration, and I just do not trust the switch doesn't vibrate itself. So instead of, it's easy enough just to plug these in and use a little loop here, tie wrap, as a separator, and then you just pull the whole thing apart. And that's how I play it safe. Okay, now I'm just going to change the channel on here. I'm gonna
Flight mode 2, 3D rates, motor off, decrease, flight pack, no data, temperature, no data, flight pack, no data, flight pack, 0.0 volts, timer cleared.
Just gonna shut this up. Okay, now this is the switch I've used for the cortex, which is, you've got the A switch here, B, C and D. I put it on a D switch for simple reason is because it's 3 ways. Okay, so you've got 0, 1 and then 2. Okay, now as you can see, when it's on 0, it's on normal flight, which is, you've got an amber light just here. When it's on number 1, which is totally off because it's on red, that's off. And then you've got the hold mode, which they call it the hold mode. A lot of guys use that to help to use for hovering, because it makes it really locks everything in really tight. And that is on green. Okay, just gonna go into the menu. Okay, servo setup, travel. As you can see, you've got gear just here. You've got gear 50 and gear 30. Now, the reason why that's being 50, because it's on a lock mode. So it basically, when you put it on a lock mode, all the control surfaces stays where it is. It's more for learning to hover. And then if you use a switch here, flick it on to off, that will bring it to both of the boxes together, 50 and 30. Okay, that's off. And then you can put it on 0, which is the normal flight mode. And that, it's, I don't know whether you can see, it's 30. Just there. I know the lighting is a bit crap. It's on 30. So, what you can do is adjust your setting. Now that's 30. I can adjust it you can see it 30, 35, 37 and so forth. The higher you have it, the tighter your gyro is going to be. So that's because it's on normal fly mode, it's normally set at 25 to 30. That's kind of like the benchmark. And then if I flick the switch, and then I can have it really, really tight, which is either 50 all the way up. But normally 50's okay. I don't really use that function, to be very truthful with you. Purely because I can hover anyway without using that as a helper, as a crutch to lie on. Okay, so back to the main screen. The only thing you've got to really do with this gyro is, I did mention earlier, you have to bind it. Okay, now as you can see, the wires are pretty tight. There's my pin here. You put your binding plug just in here, and you teach it to, you basically bind it and teach it for the right way that it's going to go. How you would normally do it is you put your plug in and wait for the light to flash, which is this one here. The light will flash. You simply hold your right ailerons and the light will flash twice. Once that's done, you move your ailerons to the left and the light will flash once. And then once that's done, you move your elevator stick upwards. So in effect, when you move your elevator stick upwards, your plane is going down. That will flash twice. After when that's happened, you move your elevator stick down, so you're basically pulling your plane back up. Then the light would flash once. After you've done that, you on your last stage, which is your rudder, you move your rudder stick to the right, then your light will flash twice, and then once that's happened, you will move your rudder stick to the left, and that will flash multiple times. Once that is flashed multiple times, you know you have bounded your gyro to your aircraft. But before you turn the power off, you must pull the binding plug, which is where the stick is. Okay, you must pull that out first before you power it off. Once that's pulled out, then you can power it off. And then check all your control surfaces, making sure everything should be how it should be. If you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I will do my best to answer you everything. But it is imperative the grey wire must go to number 5 on your power saver, because that is your gear channel. That is assigned to the gear channel. Then the rest doesn't really matter as long as you replace them one by one. As you can see, this is how I've kind of like wired up my black and white elevator servos, because I'm using twin elevator servos, and that is wired up into here, which is your second and the third bank of the, there you can see second and the third bank of the cortex. And then your cortex comes with a block of wire, and that black and white wire goes to number 2 there, and number 3, as you can see. If the video is not clear, I will try and do another one. I may have to strip the whole thing down and do another one for you, Andy. But I will be doing another one tomorrow, a stage video on a slick. Hope that helps, and mail me if you get any problems, but you must bind it to the gyro, otherwise it will not work. And on your transmitter, you must assign your gear channel as number 5, which is switch A, B, C, D. Yeah, switch D I use myself, which is that one, and I sign it on gear channel number 5. Hope that helped. Any questions, just mail me. I will do my best to answer, and I will speak to you then. Good night for now.